Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. For all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a second. So for everyone that's new, the Monday painting video is voted on by you guys. So on the weekly Wednesday, so last Wednesday just gone, I show a heap of models, same every weekly Wednesday, and you guys vote on what you want me to see, what you want to see me paint up on the following Monday. The votes closed at 12 midday, and you guys vote on it, and that's what I paint for the Monday. Now I knew the moment I put these up, I knew they'd be voted on. I knew it. Now with these, I was actually thinking of painting the panels individually. It's a lot of panels, but when you look on the inside, there's more panels everywhere. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. That's my initial thought. I was thinking Mephiston Red or something like that, but I'm not sure. The first thing I know that I'm going to do is I'm going to lead belcher base the whole lot of it. Now if you have lead belcher in the spray, use that because it's a lot quicker, a lot easier. That's to give me a metallic look. So when I paint stuff over top, it's going to have a metallic look to it. Doesn't matter what colour it is, it's going to have a metallic look. Before I start getting onto that, I want to show you something that's inbound. Behind the scene, sneaky peeky, that's inbound. It was actually supposed to be done last night, but a few things happened. So Alex wasn't around, but let me just give you a sneaky peek of what's coming. Here's a sneaky peeky of what's coming. Some of you are going to look and go, what the hell's this? Oh, wait, hold on, what's going on here? What's this? Oh, sneaky peeky. Right, so I've given them a lead belcher base colour. It's absolutely baking here. I'm just pumping sweat just sitting here. It's absolutely, it's incredibly, it's not even that sunny today, it's just very humid and very muggy. Now some of you are going to say, okay, there's that one. Where's the other one of this, the big one? Now, here's the thing. Alex came in and spoke to me as I was painting this. And he's actually asked me if he can paint that. And I said, yeah, no problem. Not this, just the other one. Because he actually asked you, he wanted to start doing a little bit of painting, just testing it out and see how it looks. But he doesn't want to paint a model. Even though I said to him, I've got test models you can work away on. He said, no, I don't want to work on a model first of all. I said, well, how about a piece of this then? So he said, yeah, great, no worries. So he's going to paint the other one of this. Now, for the minute, he doesn't want it recorded or put on camera. Which, to be honest with you, it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter if it's recorded or not. I think it would be better if it is, because then he can see how well the community reacts to, the first time painting something, good or bad. But at the same time saying it, I'm going to respect what he's asked me, because if he starts getting a taste for it, then it's going to be absolutely fantastic, because that means things that can be batch painted, like demons, orcs, tyrannids, things like that, where it's going to be simple colours and simple bait. If he can do that and work around that, it's actually going to mean it's going to be good for the channel. So for now, about knocking the camera, there's the medium-sized one, the small one, and the big one. Now with the big one, I haven't painted the underneath. There's no point me painting the underneath unless someone picks it up and has a look at it. There's no point. But let me let you know the colours I have here. Okay, some of these may be used, some of them may not be used. I'm unsure yet. The only one I do not have here is Mephiston Red, because I totally missed that when I was looking. I have some kinetic alloy layer paint. I'm thinking dry brush in certain areas. I've got the usual culprit, non-oil. I've actually got kinetic armor shade gloss. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. It's unopened, as you can see. Never used it yet. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I've got some Mephiston camo shades. Just again, I'm not 100% sure. I've got some Rouleau brass. Again, I'm not sure on this colour. I've got some of the Troll Slayer orange, just to do some rust effects here and there. I have Mechanica Standard Grey for the skull piece. With that skull piece as well, some of you would have just noticed, I actually purposely missed the skull, so the skull's still black, undercoated. I've got some Retributor armour, and I've got a couple of like Ogron Fresh and Devil in Mud. I don't know if I'm going to use these guys or not, but they are, you can see look how much is in there. There's very little left in them. Just want to get them done out of the way. But again, I'm not 100% sure on those. Some of these shades I might use, some of them I may not. Some of the metallic paints I may use, I may not. I actually also have some beaten copper back here. Again, may use it, I may not. I think the beaten copper I will, just on a few bits and pieces in here, just to break bits up. Again, the Troll Slayer orange, that's going to be used to break a few bits up, like these bits up here, to make them look more rustic. But with the other stuff, the shades and the other stuff, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. It's a nice silvery look to it. Which I actually need to get the spray, lead bells with spray paint in the rattle can, because I always look and go, oh no, I don't need it. I don't use it for, I'm not going to need it for product. But yeah, I do need it. It's only when I actually think I don't need it, and then I actually get to it, I actually do need it. But anyway, I'm going to get some Mephiston red out, I think. Actually, no, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to think about this. I'm sure I'm going to do the door Mephiston red. I wanted to do the panels, like I said, but there's a lot of panels there for me to do. I don't want to be sitting there and spend like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours just doing panels. Well, it wouldn't be that long, but you know, you get the general picture, didn't? But I must say, I know I'm rabbing on, I do apologise, guys. There is an awful lot of detail on this, from, you know, these panels to these little skulls in here and the vents and ducts, and there's actually a lot of detail on there. That's actually still wet inside, which is bizarre. Anyway, I'm gonna think about what way I'm gonna go next. I think it's gonna be Mephiston red, but I'll come back to you when I know for certain what I'm doing. Right, so I've decided I've got some Mephiston red airbrush paint out. I've put some on the palette. Okay, now the plan is I'm going to use a shade brush and I'm going to add water to it to water it down so it's like a wash, and I'm going to try and wash it into all the panels. Okay, I do want a bit of red paneling in there, but I'm going to do it on a small one first of all and see how we get on. So I'm going to do that first and come back to you with the small one I've done and have a look at it. I got a little bit carried away here. I've actually done the small one. Okay. And done the medium one as well. Now, with the Mephiston red, it is the airbrush paint on the wet palette, and I watered it down, and it was literally just painted itself. Absolutely so easy. As you can see, this area here, this one here, for example, zooming my finger, come on, you can see there's a little silver bit there. That's the beauty of the silver undercoat, because where I've watered down the red paint, when it goes on, it is bits that it doesn't really, like this one for example, see the silver in there inside the little panel. It makes it look weathered and worn and beaten, and I don't have to do very much. Now that is battle ready. I chuck it out of the battlefield and it's perfectly fine. Obviously, you know, I'm going to add some bits and pieces here and there and stuff like that, but that is battle ready. What I'm going to do now is just do a little bit, show you a little bit on the big boy. This is how easy it is. Straight into the panel. This is watered down with Mephiston red. Yeah, it's that simple. You can see here, look, it looks a bit dark. So what I do is add a, if I'm not happy with how dark it is, I just add another little slab of the water amethyst and red in there. Yeah. So I'm going to do the rest of this paneling off camera. And then need for you to sit down and watch me do all of this silliness. And I'll come back to you when I've done all the red paneling. As I've already said, they are battle ready. These pieces, I could use these pieces right now. Here's the other one. Now, I do apologise, the Mephisto red looks a bit orangey from the LED light coming from the side of me. I do apologise. But it is Mephisto red. You'll see when I do the pretty pictures afterwards. Again, that's battle ready. I can just chuck it down the table and away we go. What I'm going to do, I've got some, what colour grey is this? Actually, you can see the paint. I've got some Mechanicus Standard Grey. I'm actually going to change the good brush, or the starter brush. Let me change the starter brush. I've got some on the wet palette. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to paint the skull. There's not much on it to paint actually, because I've done most of the base work with the silver. And I've put too much paint on the wet palette as always. There's no other skulls on this piece. Nope. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some last little bit of Mephisto red that's on there. I'm going to come in. I'm on camera. Give that once over. And actually take a moment, because I know I've got metallics, different, you know, types of metallics, cryptic layer brush and layer paint and, sorry, kinetic alloy paint there. I've got Runefang steel somewhere, you know, I've got some beaten copper. I've got Runelord brass sitting here as well. So I'm going to take a moment just to decide what way I'm gonna put on next, because to be honest, I know there's a few bits and pieces here and there that need, you know, just a little, maybe some beaten copper here or something like that, just to break bits up a little bit. But to be honest, there's not much that needs to be done on there. I think anything I'd put on it now is just to break up the red a little bit. It's nothing. I mean, I might kinetic alloy dry brush the top, or Runefang steel dry brush the top, just to take add a bit of shine to it. But it's not, there's not that much more to do on it. So I'm going to take a moment just to think of what I'm going to do. Right, instead of me just sitting here doing this bit and then doing this bit and doing this bit, and you know, because if I did that in front of the camera, the video would be like an hour long, and I'm not going to do all those bits. I don't feel they need it, but there are some bits here and there, like I might do this bit with some Retributor armor just to really make it stand out and pop. I've got Retributor armor, beaten copper, and Runelord brass on the wet palette at the moment. So I'm just going to go through those three colours and just pick out a few bits here and there. You know, nothing too fantastic. I mean, like, this part of the door might even get a little bit of something. You know, inside the door might get a little bit of something. The fan here, a little bit. You know, nothing too over the top, but just to break up the red a little bit. I don't feel I need to show you me doing that. I can just tell you and then come back to you with the results of the afterwards. So I'd be here all day otherwise. So I'm going to crack on with those. Right. Nothing too difficult. It's a bit of copper, some real old brass in the little grooves there. Bit of retributor armour. Again, just little bits like that, picking up the lights as well. Retributor armour with the lights look absolutely amazing. Some bit of copper there on the piping. Again, on the door, some bit of copper. Bit of retributor gold here and there. Runelord brass on the fan bits. Nothing too difficult. Okay, very, very simple. And see, even now, even if you took it to this level, okay, this is gone beyond battle ready, but even this, you could just leave like that and that's perfectly fine. However, I think I'm going to go with some Rufang steel layer paint. And I'm going to actually just get myself a piece of tissue. Give myself the, just leave the dry brush base, the dry brush. This is the dry brush. I can't find the dry brush. That's bizarre. Okay. I'll have to get one of these bad boys out. It's one of these art studio brushes I was showing you about. 1170 from the range for 30 brushes. I used one the other day on actually on the terrain build up at the blast crater, and I tell you what, it was just such a joy to do. Such a joy to do. So I'm just dry brushing this Rufang steel just to give me a bit of brightness on the Rufang steel with the layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. Don't know if you can see that or not. So there's not much of a difference noticeable, but it's not much of a noticeable difference, but for me, I know it's just giving a quick dry brush over the top. Give the top of this a little dry brush as well. Nothing too fantastic, just a quick once over. Now what I'm going to do is am I going to even bother with a shade on it? I think I should. I think there's a few aspects like some of the rigid piping. Rigid? Is that the word? No, I don't think that is the word. Rigid's hard, isn't it? This type of piping. Riveted. No, not riveted. That's something totally different. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right, so I'm going to get some non-oil. I'm just going to give that a quick shade down. Let me move you out of the way before I spill you everywhere and join the club. Literally just slap it on. Actually, I'm going to non-oil all of these parts as well. Put it on camera. All of these parts as well. Just flat panelled. Just take the edge off of them. Don't panic, guys. I'm not going to do the whole thing in front of the camera. I'm just going to do this one side. So how easy it is by dropping the brush. Just nice and easy. Now, I wouldn't, focuses, I wouldn't come down that beam. I'd go across these bits, like this. Yeah? Because then it gives you these bits that are raised outwards, it gives them a bit of a different look. There's one other thing I want to show you actually, which is it's a happy mistake. When I was holding this model to prime it, yeah, this is where I held it. Obviously then I primed it again afterwards here. Now, when I painted the silver on it, I actually think I missed that piece. But now, because of where it's located, it looks like it's a burnt, especially with the pipe there burst, it looks like it's all just, yeah. So I'm going to go off camera and just do the rest of this non-oil. I'll come back to you then, guys. Right, there's only one thing left for me to do, which is, taking this lovely brush again, some Troll Slayer orange. Just dry brush bits and pieces here and there. Let me move this onto camera so you can see what I'm doing. Just dry brush some Troll Slayer orange here and there to give me some rust effect. Nothing too tasty. So get these edges. Really, really easy, really simple. And this is a layer paint, so it will go on really bright and dull itself down. Again, take these guys, just the same on top here, just get a bit of weathering. It doesn't have to be, you know, you're not trying to make a masterpiece here. At the end of the day, this terrain is there to make the models look better. Obviously, you want this to look great, but I'm not saying that you actually just want the models to really stand out even more. And this actually orange just breaks up the red a little bit more as well. It will dull itself down, like I said. It's a layer paint. I know most of you know layer paints, you work with layer paints, but for the new guys that don't know or understand what layer paints are, very simple paint, very easy to work with. They go on really bright and just really dull themselves down to look absolutely fantastic, especially when you dry brush with them. Absolutely love dry brush with layer paints. Yeah, with layer paints. I'm going to just, no, I'm not going to do nothing else to the door. So, right, so that's done. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, found it helpful in any way, you know, please like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I'm going to bring you down now and show you some pretty pictures. So until next time, guys, take it easy.